So what we're going to do is we are going to be making wire pumpkins that we are going to give as gifts to people that we are thankful for, and give them to the teachers and the staff and the adults around the building the day before Thanksgiving break, okay? So what you're going to need is you're going to need tie wire, and you're going to need pliers. And if you want to make a specific size pumpkin, you're going to need something to trace the pumpkin around. So this makes a pumpkin this size, and this cup makes a pumpkin this size, okay? So, and it's kind of hard to tell because that one's light. But this is just a general size of the roll when the roll was brand new. Okay, so what you're going to do is you are going to take the tie wire, and I'm going to make 3 different pumpkins. I can show you, okay? So the first pumpkin that I'm going to make is I'm just going to make a pumpkin that is the exact size that the wire already is, okay? So what you're going to do, this is all tangled because my kids are awesome and take care of my stuff. So I'm just going to cut this just so that I can just start fresh, okay? So I already have them. They're already circles. So what you're gonna do is you are going to take probably anywhere between 10 and 20 circles. And 10 looks fine, so you don't need a bunch. And if you're using your own wire, you can go ahead and use 20. But if you're using my wire that I spent my own money on, my own tie wire, then I need you to make sure that you are conserving so that everybody can have a chance to make a pumpkin for somebody, okay? So you're gonna take this, and then you're going to get another piece of wire. I'm gonna just kind of stretch it out and get a piece of wire that is a couple feet long, okay? Then you're gonna cut it. Make sure that you have pliers that have the little cutter on the inside, okay? Now we're done with that. You can set that aside. So what you're gonna do is you are going to leave the wire just like this, okay? Then you're gonna take this wire and you are gonna hold it so that there's like a little bit extra hanging off right here. And you're gonna leave this so that you have something to grab onto, okay? So you're gonna hold onto that. You're gonna grab it with your thumb and your finger. And then what you're gonna do is you are going to bend this wire through this and just wrap it around. You're gonna do a straight connection and wrap it around tight, okay? And you're gonna lay it down right next to the one that you just laid down. So no overlapping and no gaps in between them, okay? They all need to be touching and they need to be close together, because if you don't do this, it's going to look bad, okay? So wrap it around anywhere between 5 and 7 times, okay? So I'm going to do 7. And then what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to take this Sharpie and I am going to wrap the wire around this Sharpie, okay? So you're gonna go like this and you're going to wrap it around. And this time you are gonna have gaps, okay? You wanna create a coil. That's what we're doing right here, is we're creating a coil and you want it to have gaps, all right? And then you're just gonna slide it off. Oh, that's the lid. Slide it off and you're gonna end up with something like this, okay? So with this coil, you are going to straighten it out, kind of push it up, so you are gonna have it at this stage. Now what you're gonna do, and you can cut this off too if you don't want that, or you can take the pliers and you can continue bending it around. And then use the pliers, since it's gonna stab your fingers, so don't do that. Use the pliers to kind of push it around. Now what you're gonna do is you're just gonna open it up and you're gonna spread out all of the rings. And if you have not worked with this wire before, especially like a fresh roll of tie wire, it's cement. It's in the cement section at Home Depot, Lowe's. It's oily, it's greasy. Your hands are gonna get greasy and oily, okay? So you're just gonna open that pumpkin up, open the rings up, and voila, you have a pumpkin. Super, super simple, okay? If you want to make it a little more difficult on yourself and do something a little bit more intricate and choose a specific size, then now what you're going to do is you're going to take this wire again. Again, this is all tangling because I have really awesome kids who take care of my stuff. Okay, so I'm just gonna unwrap it a few times, cut it with the pliers, set this aside, and then now I have this piece of wire, long piece of wire. I'm gonna make a tiny one, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold the wire, I'm gonna have like a longish piece of wire, I'm gonna hold it with my thumb and my finger over here. And then now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap this around this shape so that I'm basically tracing the shaving cream can with the wire to get all of the circles to be that same size, okay? And with the small ones, you can do a lot easier. You can do just all one piece of wire. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 little circles, okay? I think that that's plenty. But if you're like, but you said that we need to have 10, then okay, add 2 more if you want 2 more. So 1, 2. So then now what you're gonna do is you are gonna smash that down so it is flat like a pancake. And you're gonna use this long piece of wire that we were holding. This piece of wire you are going to wrap around, and that's gonna be the piece of wire that holds all of the coils together. So you're gonna wrap it around. You're probably gonna need to use pliers to get a good grip and pull it tight. And just wrap it around, you know, 2, 3 times. So this one went 3 times, so that's cool. And then now you're gonna have this piece that's just sticking out. So you are going to trace it around a pencil, a pen. I'm just gonna use the Sharpie again because it worked really well. And then we got this little coil. And then now what we're gonna do is we're gonna open up the little rings that we created. And voila, you have a tiny pumpkin, okay? So super easy, super simple, takes very, very, very little time. It does not take very much skill to do this. So this was just a wire, just straight off the roll, didn't trace it around anything. This one I traced around this little shaving cream can, but you can use a cup, you can use just anything that's round, but make sure that it's strong. Don't use like a toilet paper roll or a paper towel roll or anything like that, because they're just gonna get smashed and they're just gonna not work out at all, okay? So what I need y'all to do is create 1 pumpkin of whatever size you want. Don't go bigger than the actual roll of the wire though, okay? Because we're trying to conserve wire for everybody to share. So you're gonna create a pumpkin of any size that you want. You're gonna write a little note to the person who you are thankful for, telling them why you are thankful for them. Then what you're gonna do is you are gonna go over to the station over here with the lamps, and you are going to take a picture of your pumpkin on the white backdrop, and then you're gonna upload that into Google Classroom, okay? This is for a grade, it is a test grade. So, and if you have any questions at all, let me know.